Alright, let's looking at my belly heat for my females that are gravid. That is what my thermostat's set at. Alright, so that's my temperatures. Not that it matters, but you know, I got people running around making up stories, which I just think is ridiculous. Luckily, none of this has hurt my channel. Yes, if you're wondering what I'm talking about, somebody made a video telling people that, oh, I don't know this, that, and the other, and that's just wrong. I shouldn't have made that video. When I talked about the video of how I breed ball pythons, it was a horrible video, and yes, what I said was misleading 100%, and I'll say it again. It's not what I said, it's what I didn't say. In the video I said 93 degrees, you know, keeping temps, you know, it was in my head. I had it planned out real quick, and I just tried to throw it out there and rush it, and it did not work for me. I left out the whole 88.7 degree belly heat that I run. It's 93 point whatever on my thermostat, my herpstat, but it is 88.7, anywhere from 88.3 to 88.7 on the belly heat inside the tub. And I left that part out, and that video could have done bad for somebody watching. But no matter what I say, these people are just going to spin it to whatever. So that's what it is. I just showed you the proof. That's how it's run. Sorry for my mistake. In the future, I may do another video which is more detailed. I made the mistake of trying to rush one out of there. Had a couple side notes, and I rushed through it and left stuff out, and that's where I went wrong. But I admit my mistakes. Can't do nothing about it. So let's stop talking about the trash, and let's talk about something really cool. Boxing Boa tagged me in this snake tag Q&A, and I think this is awesome, man. You know, we tried to do something like this, and it worked out real well. About, you know, we picked a morph, and then we called out people, and they had to have the same morph, and they told it or showed theirs. You know, just to kind of bring different morphs, you know, different genes to, you know, people's attention. You know, and it worked out great. And this is kind of like that, but there's certain questions. I think you got it from a T Q&A, a tarantula Q&A thing. And anyway, Boxing Boa tagged me in it, and this is really fun. I think this is awesome, so I'm going to try it right now. I'm looking at my phone because I have the questions right here, and I will tag somebody afterwards. And there's actually a bonus question. Of any question I want to, whoever I tag, I can ask them a bonus question. So I will try and think of one while we do this. The first question is, who got you into snakes? Nobody really, just myself. You know, in New York, wasn't too many snakes. We would go up to our camp, which was in Lake George, New York, and we would see some copperheads and some rattlesnakes and stuff like that. But I really didn't start getting into snakes until I moved to Florida when I was like 15, just about 15, and I was just catching every snake there was out there. I've even caught pygmy rattlers before I realized they were pygmy rattlers. Lucky I didn't get bit, but I just got myself into snakes. I just always found them really amazing. So that's the question to who got me into snakes. I guess just myself. Second one, first snake. I got two snakes. The first snakes I got from Camp Miles. It's a Boy Scout camp out in Punta Gorda, Florida. And I found them in the back, two toilets in the back part of the toilets. It was just after winter. Still, you know, it's Florida though, South Florida. So it was cooler, and they would actually go in there to kind of warm up. And I took the back lid off of one toilet, and there was a big red rat snake. And I grabbed him, and then I'm kind of ashamed now. I wouldn't take a snake from the wild nowadays, but this one I was 15. And the other snake was in the toilet next to him, and it was a big yellow rat snake. So I named them Bert and Ernie, and I had them for a long time, and they were very, very cool. And they were very big. But they seemed like they were pets beforehand, because they never bit me. They were always real calm. They were pretty neat. Okay, my favorite morph. That changes all the time, but it's still rocking the GHI Mojave is still my favorite morph right now. And no, I don't have one. I really would like to produce one, but it's looking like that ain't going to happen until next season, so I might be tempted to buy one. So that might happen. I might end up having to pay for one. I didn't want to do that, but I might have to. Alright, how many snakes do you own? Right now I have 33 here at the house, but I have 7 more coming as soon as it's warm enough, so I will just say 40. And when I get in the shop, it will grow more from there. And again, for my haters, it's just a shop, so I have room to do more breeding and to learn more. And yes, I have been breeding for over 20 years. Not every year do I breed, and I took some time off when I moved up here, and I had to restart my collection as well. But I've been doing this since I was over 20 years. I mean, I've been doing this, it has to be, it was just a little over 20 years. I was about 19 years old when I actually started breeding. And I did that with a guy who owned the Serpentarium down in Florida. He kind of showed me what to do and how to do different things, and I started doing it myself. Back when there was only normals and albinos. And they eventually came out with pastel and then a spider, and there was no way I could afford something like that, so I just kept going with the albinos. And that was actually before I didn't even, when I first started, you didn't really know. You could just breed a normal to an albino, and I thought I was going to get albinos, but that wasn't how it worked. And you learn as you go. So that's that. Sorry I had to throw that in there for my haters. Which I don't really have too many of, thankfully. Introduce a snake. Let's just do this one because it's closest to me. What's up, bud? Oh, come on. This is a male. Sorry, buddy. You're good. That was a male pastel 100% heifer clown. I got this guy from Garrick the Meyer, and he is just at 500 grams. But he's a cool boy. I startled him a little bit. I haven't actually held him very often lately. What is this? We got some stuck shed even, I think. Yeah. Got a little bit of stuck shed I gotta take care of. So, introducing the snake. This is my buddy Lance. Oh, I'm sorry. No, you want to come back up. No. Alright, so we introduced the snake. Where'd this picture go? Okay. Where do I get my rodents? Just placed an order about 2 minutes ago from Rodent Pro. Yeah, I get my rodents from Rodent Pro. I can't really say anything about any other place because Rodent Pro is the only place I've gotten my rodents, and it's always been a good experience. Super clean, healthy rats, and I'm happy with them. Hopefully I get in the shop, I won't have to buy rats anymore. I can just breed them myself. Favorite things about snakes. I like that they're an exotic pet that you can own. I like that, I love dogs, cats. I'm a big time animal lover, but you bring a snake out somewhere and people are asking questions. You bring a dog out, people are like, oh, what a nice looking dog. But when you bring a snake out, people ask questions, and it's a great way to teach people about them. So I love that they're so attractive, even to people that don't like snakes, want to know more about them, which is awesome, and that's what this is about, right? So I also like their eyes. I love snake eyes. I love that. I just think that's really cool, and yeah, I just love everything about them. Really, they're just really neat. They're just really neat animals, and so different than the average pet. So that's a cool question. Why did you pick the species of snake that I keep? Ball pythons are, in my opinion, they're just very calm snakes. They're very easy to work with. They're very easy to care for. And they're very non-aggressive. You know what I mean? They're called ball pythons because when they're mad, they ball up. When they're scared, they ball up. When they're happy, they can just ball up. You know what I mean? So they're just a really cool snake, and that's, a big reason why I keep ball pythons. And I love all the crazy colors they come in. I mean, who doesn't? I mean, there's so many different combinations out there. It's almost endless. So I think that's pretty neat too. Okay. My favorite snake I own. I don't like picking favorites, but I'm going to pick two of them for the sake of this video. And that is my spinner, my little wobblehead spinner, because he's the kindest snake in the world. I should write a children's book about this guy. He's so cool. And I would have to say my big girl Lesser here, and I'm not going to get her out either. He is in shed, and she is full of lumps. So we're not going to mess with her. Okay. Who do you recommend to buy snakes from? Again, I want to recommend people that I bought snakes from. First one on the list is going to be Garrick the Meyer. Enough said. I mean, seriously. I mean, one, he's a friend of mine. Two, he's a top class guy. He's one of the best in the business, and I'm very lucky that I live close to him and I can pick them up, because I hate getting snakes shipped to me. Like, I trust the breeder, but I don't trust FedEx. Like, I haven't had any terrible things happen, but I've seen a lot of people that have, and that's scary to me. So I would say Garrick the Meyer, Always Evolving Pythons, Mike, Miguel, and Tina, they are awesome. Their customer service is amazing. Even if you mess up, they'll turn around and make it right. I mean, they're just really awesome people. And, you know, he's come a long way in a short amount of time. He's a player. I mean, I said this already. I've said this to my family. I've said this to others. By the end of next year, he is going to be one of the guys. And this is going to upset some people out there, some people that pretend like they're Miguel's friends and stuff like that. But it's true. I give it by this time next year. He's already well on his way, but he's going to be one of the main guys in this hobby because he's got a great business sense. He's got more passion than most people, and he's just a kind person, you know. So those two people, Intelligent Design Reptiles, another new to the business, but Logan is, you know, he's a bright guy, and David is a bright guy as well, and they're great people, and I know their customer service is awesome. I got a snake coming from them, and I know that these guys are all my friends, but these are the people I've gotten snakes from, so these are who I can talk about. Of course, there's other great breeders out there, you know, but these are the people that I've actually dealt with. And the last person I want to talk about is John from Pythons R Us. He doesn't breed a whole lot every season, but when he does, they're very nice. And not only that, when you buy a snake from him, you go straight to the Sam Jeffers Foundation, you donate the price of the snake right to the foundation, and he ships you out a snake. 100% of the money that he raises by breeding ball pythons goes right to his foundation for his son's foundation, and I think that's awesome. And I mean, what else do you need to say? It's awesome. So I think the last thing I gotta do, let me just make sure, yeah, is I gotta pick some people and ask them a bonus question. So the first person I'm going to pick is DEA Exotics, and I'm actually gonna ask him the same question as Boxing Boa asked me, and I'm gonna answer that question right now for Boxing Boa. I met my wife in 1998, my best friend in Florida, moved up here to UP, had family up here, and this guy travels all over the place. I've talked about him before. His channel is Tripping the World on YouTube. He goes all over the place, traveling all over. He loves to do that. He wanted to come up here and check out the UP, so he did. A month or so later, he called me up and said, "You got to come up here and check this out. This is just the craziest, weirdest place in the world." He goes, "It's awesome, though. You're going to love it. You got to check it out." So I moved up there, and about 2 weeks after I got there, I met his cousin Gloria at a bowling alley, and neither one of us bowl, and I'm horrible at it. I like it, but I'm not very good at it. And we've been together ever since. Just passed our 20-year mark, just past January 16th. So that answers your question. Now I'm going to ask the same question to Andrew and Becky from DEA Exotics. So please answer these questions that I had answered myself. I will put a list under the link below. And answer that bonus question of how you and Becky met as well. And I will going to pick one other person, and that other person is going to be John from Pythons R Us. He may or may not watch my video. Very busy. It's rare that he has a chance to sit down and actually watch videos, but if he does, I nominate you for the snake tag as well. And your question is going to be, what is your big breeding plans for next season? So, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Sorry about the little bit of a rant in the beginning. I felt like I had to defend myself, even though all of you assure me that I don't. But there's some people out there spreading some bad will on going Yooper, unfortunately, and using other channels to do it as well. And these people are just insane. They don't know me at all. One guy's just jumping on a bandwagon of somebody else. And when it gets like that, then I guess I have to say something. So, sorry I had to do it, but it needed to be done. So, but Boxing Boa, this was awesome, man. I really appreciate you choosing me for this. It was a lot of fun. I think this is a great way to bring all out of people together, and I hope that's what happens. Alright, everybody, if you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, hit the notification bell, let you know I upload a video, and as always, I love you all. See me, bye.